To begin practice, you're going to find yourself in a position for rest. You can lay yourself down on your back, either with your lower legs elevated, resting your calves on the seat of a chair or on the seat of your couch. Or you can lay the whole body down on the ground and place a bolster or a stack of bed pillows underneath the knees. If you want to make it extra cozy, you can put down a few blankets on the floor before you lay your back, onto the ground. And then you can place a support underneath the head, maybe a folded blanket that is approximately 1 inch to 1.5 inches in height. And you can cover yourself with a nice warm blanket and place some kind of eye covering over the eyes. Allow yourself to find a position for rest where you can remain for a long period of time. Once you are here, I invite you to find some small movements, maybe wiggling the toes or the fingers, maybe gently rocking the body from side to side, or finding a few stretches so that you can bring some comfort into the body and release a little bit of tension before you settle into stillness. For the remainder of this practice, I invite you to remain still. You may find that as we move through the Nidra, a desire to move will arise. Should that happen, I invite you to remain still, as the desire may go away. Should, however, you remain still and the desire does not go away, then I invite you to move and adjust so that you can find a position that allows you to go into a deep state of relaxation. Though the goal is to remain awake during practice so that we can access this state between sleep and awake, know that should you fall asleep during this practice, that is a welcomed way to make use of this practice, as it is a sign that sleep and rest is something that you need. This is your practice, so feel free to use this Nidra in a way that supports you best. We begin the practice now. You have arrived here on the ground in this space, laying down, resting the back, resting the legs, resting the head. I'd like for you to invite your conscious awareness to travel away from the outside world towards the body. Invite your conscious awareness to travel towards the body, into the head. Maybe notice what thoughts might be lingering up in the mind, and then allow yourself to let go of those thoughts. If any worries or concerns have arisen, know that you can return to those later, but for now we're letting go of this material world and allowing ourselves to go into a deeper space inside of our minds and into the subtle layers of our being. So you can imagine your conscious awareness, which may now be in the mind, gets into an elevator and travels from the top of your head, through your face, down through your neck, into the ribs, through the lungs, through the heart into the center of the heart, where your conscious awareness stops and settles. Now I'd like for you to just gently breathe this space, inviting your conscious awareness to remain in this space, in the center of your heart. Here we're going to plant our sankalpa, or our heartfelt intention. We're going to use a collective sankalpa today. The sankalpa we will use is, I am filled with joy, and I attract those things that bring me joy and happiness. I am filled with joy, and I attract those things that fill me with joy and happiness. I'd like for you to take this phrase and inhale it into your heart space 3 times. Each time you exhale, invite that sentence to ripple like a wave to all parts of the body. I am filled with joy, and I attract those things that fill me with joy and happiness. Once you've done that 3 times, you can let that go and just allow yourself to settle into awareness. Maybe meditate on sound, inviting the sounds you hear to come to you so that they sort of support you and cocoon you and float in your awareness in a soft way. We're going to begin moving our awareness to different parts of the body. As we do this, I'd like for you to invite an invitation of softness into the body parts I name. You are also welcome to repeat the name of the body part I name quietly in your own mind. Drawing your awareness to the space between your eyebrows and inviting softness into that space. Planting an image of a star that radiates a cool, gentle blue light into that space between the eyebrows. And that light travels into the right eye and the left eye, into the right eyebrow and the left eyebrow, into the right cheek and the left cheek, the right ear and the left ear, the top lip, the bottom lip, the tip of the tongue, the back of the tongue, that root at the back of the throat, the chin, the right jaw, the left jaw, the right ear, the left ear, the back of the head, the top of the head, the whole face filling with this blue light. The front of the throat, the right shoulder, the right upper arm, elbow, lower arm, wrist, the center of the right hand, the back of the right hand, the right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, pinky finger. The left shoulder, the left upper arm, elbow, lower arm, wrist, the center of the left hand, the back of the left hand, the left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, pinky finger. The right armpit, the right ribs, inside, underneath the right ribs, the right waist, hip, the right thigh, knee, the inside, the outside of that right knee, calf, right shin, right ankle, right heel, the bottom of the right foot, the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, pinky toe. The left armpit, the left side of the ribs, the inside and the outside of those ribs, the left waist, the left hip, the left thigh, knee, the inside of the knee, the outside, shin, left calf, heel, bottom of the left foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and pinky toe. The right side of the pelvis, the left side of the pelvis, the lower back, the mid back, the upper back, the right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, the back of the neck, the front of the throat, the left collarbone, the right collarbone, the whole rib cage, the navel, the pelvic bowl, the whole head and face softens. The whole head and face softens into the blue light. The whole right arm softens. The whole right arm softens into the blue light. The whole left arm softens. The whole left arm softens into the blue light. The whole head softens. The whole head and face softens. The whole right arm. The whole left arm. The head and arms soften into the blue light. The whole right leg softens into the blue light. The whole right leg. The whole left leg softens into the blue light. The whole left leg. The whole spine softens into the blue light. The whole spine softens from the neck, the base of the skull, all the way to the root. The whole spine softens into the blue light. The right leg, the left leg, the whole spine. The right leg, the left leg, the whole spine. The whole head, the right arm, the left arm, softens. The whole spine, the right leg, the left leg, softens. The right leg, the left leg, the spine, the head, the right arm, the left arm, softens. The right leg, the left leg, the whole spine, the whole head, the right arm, the left arm, softens. The whole front body, the whole back body, the whole front body, the whole back body. Letting that go and just meditating on sound for a moment. Drawing your awareness now to the space between your eyebrows once more. And I'd like for you to imagine there is a triangle from this center point, being the top of that triangle, to your nostrils. So each nostril is a base point of that triangle. As you inhale, I'd like for you to visualize inhaling through the left nostril, inhaling up the side of that triangle so that the breath comes to rest in the space between your eyebrows. And then as you exhale, visualize that breath traveling down the right side of the triangle and exiting out the right nostril. Then you'll inhale, visualizing inhaling through the right, exhaling then through the left nostril. Inhaling through the left to the center point, exhaling down the right side of the triangle, out that right nostril. So continue doing this, following your own breath, visualizing alternate nostril breathing. Inviting yourself to build this image of the triangle. And then the legs of the triangle begin to extend and grow so that each base leg of the triangle is on your left shoulder and your right shoulder. So as you inhale, I'd like for you to visualize inhaling into your left shoulder, up the side of the triangle to that point between the eyebrows. And then as you exhale, imagine the breath traveling down the right side and exiting out the right shoulder. Then you'll inhale into the right shoulder, visualizing the breath traveling to the center point between the eyebrows. And to exhale, visualize the breath traveling down the left side, exiting out that left shoulder. Following your breath, continuing this alternate nostril breathing while breathing into the shoulders. And the base of the triangle extends now to the left palm of the hand and the right palm of the hand. If your hands aren't resting by your sides, you can simply visualize them resting on either side of your torso. As you inhale, you're going to imagine inhaling into the left palm, inviting the breath to travel up the left side of the triangle to that space between your eyebrows. As you exhale, visualizing that breath traveling down the right side and exiting out the right palm. And then visualizing inhaling into the right palm, breathing up the right side of the triangle, sending the breath to that space between your eyebrows, and then exhaling, visualizing that breath traveling down the left side of the triangle and exiting out the left palm. Inviting yourself to follow your own breath as you visualize this. And the legs of the triangle begin to extend once more, so that one is in your left foot and the other is in your right foot. As you inhale, visualize inhaling into the left foot up the left side of the triangle, inviting the breath to arrive at that space between your eyebrows. And then as you exhale, visualize the breath moving down the right side of the triangle and exiting out that right foot. And then inhaling, visualizing the breath entering into that right foot, moving up the right side of the triangle, arriving at that space between your eyebrows. And then exhaling, visualizing the breath traveling down the left side of the triangle and exiting out that right foot. And then you can let that go and just simply rest back, meditating on sound, doing your best not to name anything you hear, inviting those sounds near and far to gently, softly enter into your awareness and cocoon you. And then I'd like for you to begin to imagine your whole body getting very, very heavy. The whole body is heavy and sinking towards the ground. The whole body is heavy and sinking towards the ground. The whole body is heavy and sinking towards the ground. Now the body begins to get very light, like it is a feather being blown by the wind. The whole body is light and floating towards the ceiling or the sky. The whole body is light. The whole body is light. Visualize now the body getting heavy once again, like it is a boulder sinking to the bottom of a lake, settling into the mud and sediment at the bottom of a lake. The whole body is heavy. The whole body is heavy. The whole body is heavy. And now visualize the body getting light once again. The body is light and floating towards the sky and the ceiling. The body is light and floating towards the sky and ceiling. The body is light. And the body gets heavy again. And the body gets light again. And the body gets heavy again. And light again. The body is heavy. The body is light. The body is heavy. The body is light. Letting that go and just resting into awareness once again. Drawing your awareness to the space between your breastbones. Inviting yourself to be here in this space, in the heart space. Inviting your conscious awareness to move to this space at the center of your heart. And in the center space, I'd like for you to just simply breathe. Be in the space. Be in the heart space. Be here in the heart space. Be here in the heart space. Into this space, I'd like to offer a question. The question I'd like for you to drop into your heart space is, what brings me joy? What brings me joy? What brings me joy? Do your best not to answer this question with your mind. Just simply drop the question into your heart space and see if any images, feelings, sensations, words arise. Just breathing in this space and inviting an answer to bubble up on its own. What brings me joy? What brings me joy? And whatever arises, I'd like for you to see if you can transform that thing that has arisen into a creature. Does not have to be human. Could be a pet, or it could be something not of this world. I'd like for you to transform the feelings, the sensations, the words, the images that you saw when I asked this question, or we asked this question, what brings you joy? I'd like for you to transform that into a being or creature. Then I'd like for you to imagine yourself holding this creature, maybe embracing it, hugging it. Maybe you are imagining yourself as your inner child, holding on to this joyous creature. Or maybe you imagine yourself as the person you are now, sitting in quiet meditation across from this creature, breathing with this creature. Invite yourself to spend some time with this creature. And then you can let that go. Returning your awareness to your heart space. I'd like for you to now drop in another question. What is preventing me from experiencing joy and peace and happiness? What is preventing me from experiencing joy, happiness, and peace? Doing your best not to answer the question with your mind. Just simply dropping that question into the heart space, maybe asking it a few times into your heart while you observe the breath in your heart space. Taking note of any words or sensations or images or feelings that arise. And then I'd like for you to begin to transform what has arisen into another creature. So a different creature this time. Invite these words, images, sensations, feelings to become another creature. This creature that embodies those things that prevent you from experiencing joy, peace, and happiness. And once you see this creature clear in your mind, I'd like for you to spend some time with this creature. Maybe your inner child has some curiosity about this creature and you see yourself as the child version of you, staring at this creature. Or maybe you see yourself as you are now, seated in quiet meditation, in front of this creature and breathing with this creature. And as you are spending some time with this creature, I'd like for you to ask this creature a question. And the question is, what do you need? What do you need? Do your best to not answer this question with your mind and just simply observe this image of this creature you have created and allow this question to vibrate in your heart space and at this creature. What do you need? What do you need? And now, whatever feelings, images, sensations arise, I'd like for you to picture yourself, either yourself as a child or yourself as you are now, seated in meditation, sitting across from this creature. And I'd like for you to imagine that the answer to that question, the feelings, the thoughts, the sensations, the images, are a gift or an offering that you are holding in your lap. You are holding the answer to this question in your lap. This is an offering you are going to give to this creature. I'd like for you to visualize holding this offering in your hands and giving it to this creature. As you give this offering, this gift to this creature, I'd like for you to say thank you. As you gift this offering to this creature, I'd like for you to hear the creature say, thank you. And then watch as the creature dissolves into nothingness. Bringing your awareness again to the heart space and returning to the first creature that we cultivated. If you're struggling to bring that creature back, you can just drop into this heart space the question, what brings me joy? What brings me joy? And see what arises. Inviting yourself to transform anything that arises, words, thoughts, images, sensation, into this creature that embodies your joy. And we're going to spend a little bit of time with this creature once more. So maybe you see yourself as a child cuddling with this creature or walking with it hand in hand. Or maybe you imagine yourself as you are now, seated in quiet meditation, sitting across from this creature and breathing with it. Invite yourself to connect with this creature. Maybe you offer a smile. And then I'd like for you to very quietly say thank you to this creature that embodies your joy. And I'd like for you to hear this creature say thank you to you, this creature that embodies your joy. And then let that go. And you can again draw your awareness to the heart space. Be in the heart space. Be here in the heart space. Be here in the heart space. Notice what is arising in the heart space. Do your best to gently observe what arises and invite yourself to remain detached, letting whatever arises pass by, sort of like you are sitting on a park bench and watching clouds go by. Be here in the heart space, gently observing what arises as you remain here in the heart space. And then let that go. And you can bring your awareness to the space behind the eyebrows, the chirakash. I'd like for you to visualize a screen that's right in front of your eyes and your eyebrows. If you'd like, you can just simply imagine the screen is the inside of your skull. Or you can visualize an actual screen that is right in front of your eyes and eyebrows. Whatever arises on that screen, I'd like for you to just gently observe, doing your best to not attach to anything that you notice, letting images, words, feelings, sensations that arise to just pass across that screen, going from one thing to the next. Practicing detachment, resting in this space, practicing detachment. And now I'm going to move through a series of images, and I'd like for you to allow whatever arises on that screen in this space to be present. Logs burning in a campfire, a bubbling brook, birds chirping overhead, a baby laughing in their stroller, a flock of birds flying together, making shapes as they move across the sky. The sun rising over the ocean. The lights and sound of a carnival on a boardwalk. Children laughing and running around at recess. A box filled with baby ducklings. Kittens snoozing in a corner in the sunlight. A puppy jumping up and down as their owner comes home after a long day. The afternoon sun shining through treetops. A view of the sun setting from a very quiet and secluded beach. Stars twinkling in the night sky. Letting that go now and meditating on sound, inviting yourself to rest in awareness. Bringing your conscious awareness back to your heart space and returning to our collective sankalpa. As you inhale, I'd like for you to say into this space, I am filled with joy, and I attract those things that fill me with joy and happiness. Inhale that phrase into your heart 3 times. Each time you exhale, invite that sentence to travel through the body to every part of the body. Once you've done that 3 times, you can let that go. Resting in awareness, meditating on sound, inviting yourself as best you can to remain detached to what arises. Letting thoughts, feelings, images float across your awareness like clouds. Inviting your awareness to travel again to the space between your breastbones, into that heart space, into the center of your heart. And dropping into this space, gratitude directed at yourself for taking the time to practice and cultivate some joy. The practice of Yoga Nidra is complete. Hari Om Tat Sat. You are welcome to remain here should you desire to linger in this space for longer. If you desire to move out of practice, feel free to listen to the sound of my voice as I guide you. Still with your eyes closed, I invite you to gently draw your awareness to sound. This time giving yourself permission to notice and name the sounds you hear. Draw your awareness to your skin, maybe on your face or your hands. Allow yourself to feel the air on your skin. And then you can visualize the ceiling or the room, whatever image you recall seeing last before you closed your eyes. See if you can recall the image, reminding yourself of where you are. Noticing the colors of the paint. Noticing your body laying on the ground, feeling the sensation of the floor underneath you. And then maybe you begin to find some movements, so small ones, in the fingers and the toes. Maybe those movements grow and you start to circle the ankles and the wrists. Maybe you begin to rock side to side. Follow what your body is asking for. Maybe you draw the knees into the chest. Maybe you stretch the body long. Maybe you roll over to one side, whatever it might be. Maybe you remain on your side. Take your time as you find movement. Maybe during this time you slowly flicker the eyes open. Giving yourself a moment to notice the room you are in. Notice the space you are in. Deepening the breath with each movement and each stretch. Inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly. Taking your time to come out of practice. Giving yourself time to transition from being in this Nidra space to moving back into your daily life. Thank you for practicing with me. I hope this practice carries you through the rest of your day, maybe even your week. Thank you.